You're listening to Country Chat with Dom. I'm Dom. Absolutely amazing festival here so far at Buckle and Boots 2025 at White Bottom Farm. In the background, you can hear some wonderful music. And to my right here, I'm joined by the fabulous Robyn Red. Hi, Robyn.
Hello.
How have you found Buckle and Boots so far? Because you're one of the 4 sponsored artists here. How have you found it all?
It's just been like any other year. It's absolutely amazing. And it's just so nice to see everyone. Yeah, it's just amazing. I love this festival.
It really has been amazing. And this is actually my first time here. I've always been working and stuff during the previous festival because it's been going since 2015. Next year is the, 10-year anniversary.
10-year,
It's so mind-blowing how much has, happened in terms of, the music and the development of music, particularly country music here in the UK. And yourself, I mean, I was talking with Linda Conway. I was on the Moho sessions last night with them and we was talking about how country music has just grown so much in the UK and the fact that there's like your top 5 artists, and for me obviously within the top 5 artists of the UK there's like the likes of Kezia Gill, and in that list you're so close to that top level, and you've only been doing it for 10 years, 5 years, actually out there since before COVID, since I've really understood. How has it been, the whole journey since from the start?
It's a hard game. But since I got into the country music scene 3 years ago at Millport Country Music Festival, I wasn't actually meant to be playing that. I was filling in for someone, and Gavin phoned me and was like, "Do you want to come and do this?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." And I was on right before Kezia on the acoustic stage. Yeah. And since then, it has been crazy.
Just want to touch on that as well, because I was in queue for one of the photos last night. I think might have been a photo with yourself, and I was speaking with the amazing Doddy.
Yes.
And he was telling me all about Millport and the fact that when you was on stage, you wanted to sing a song of Kezia's.
Yeah.
And in the end, it was just like, "Kezia, can we sing this song?" And it was House of Cards.
Yep.
And incredible. It's one of my favourite songs from Kezia, other than like Whiskey Drinking Woman. Yeah. But an incredible song, and you brought the house down. Apparently Kezia was stood there, almost like jaw dropped, staring like, "Wow!" What's that feeling like then, to do a cover of some song that's so big in the UK, and make them speechless?
It's, I don't know. You can't really describe that feeling. But before I sung that song, I was really nervous, and like yesterday as well, before singing "Girl Go Nowhere" in front of Blue, that was really, like, I composed myself quite well, but inside I was really nervous. Yeah,
it's fascinating. I was talking with Cody Cos earlier, and was asking about when you're about to go on stage, is there like a warm-up or a mantra that you do that kind of like gets you into the zone, that gets you into this like zen place where you can focus on the songs and focus on the crowd? Is there anything that you do that kind of like gets you ready?
Not anything, no.
No, you just go up and...
I quite like feeling like all the nerves and everything, because I think that shows that you care.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's not really anything that I do to try and get over it. Yeah. I just kind of deal with it, go on stage, I know that I'm going to be fine, I know that I know the songs, and I just deal with it.
It's been incredible watching you perform throughout the whole weekend. Last night, in particular, when you was on the paddock stage in front of everybody, and I do not mean this lightly when I say this to everybody. If you was at Buckle and Boots, you'll have seen this, but the paddock stage, the whole crowd, it seemed like everybody had piled into the underneath the tent to watch you perform. There was so many people, and I kind of like had to, by choice, but because I was almost forced to as well, I was stood right at the front, basically behind you, but to the stage left, and I was just watching out and watching everybody dance, everybody sing. Everybody had such a fantastic time. That must be such a pinch me moment, performing with the full band as well. Yeah. It's so great to watch.
Thank you. I couldn't really see because of the lights, but like as soon as like I tipped my hat and I could see everyone.
The perks of wearing the famous red hat.
Yeah. Block out the light. But yeah, the tent was packed and there was people outside the tent as well. Yeah. I've never seen the paddock stage like that. it was really, really good.
I mean, it just goes to show, Sing Girl Go Nowhere, a fantastic cover there from Ashley McBride, to living the life that you are now.
Yeah.
It just shows when you put in hard work and dedication and time and effort, not just from yourself, but from your family as well.
Yeah,
And, massive loyal supporters. I mean, you've got your own dedicated Facebook groups. You've got so many great people that are involved with you. And, honestly, everybody who is involved with you and your music, we are all so proud to see the way that you've come and
thank you.
the way that you've embraced things. I mean, you was telling a story of being told that an EP to not release it because it's not good enough.
Yeah.
To me, when you hear stories like that, it just makes me feel so sad that industry professionals, particularly with somebody so young like yourself, even if it's at the start of a career or 3 years down the line or 5 years or 10 years or 20 years down the line, doesn't matter. If you've not got anything nice to say, leave the artist to it.
Yeah. I think that's just the way the music business is.
It is.
It is cutthroat, and you're always going to hear something that you don't want to hear.
Yeah.
But I think if you're happy with what you're going to be putting out, then go for it.
Yeah. I mean, the crazy thing as well, and I say this quite a lot on the show, is not only do words kind of have this influential feeling for us, it's a case of artists put a lot of time, they put a lot of dedication into releasing music, into releasing songs, and there's so much money that is involved as well. And you were saying yesterday on the stage how Buckle and Boots, being part of the sponsored artists, they've actually funded one of your singles as well, which is incredible.
It did help out a massive amount, because release music is very, very expensive, and I don't think people really understand how expensive it is. But yeah, you need to make money, spend money to make money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's always a difficult thing because whenever you pay for, there's so much that goes into it. For those that don't know, that haven't been introduced into the financial side of music, there's a lot to go into in terms of paying for the band, paying for session musicians, paying for studio time, for mixing and mastering and actually releasing the publishing side, DistroKid or CD Baby or whatever kind of platform you use to release the music out into the world. And there's things like TuneCore or other brands out there that you use to kind of bring your music onto Instagram and the socials, because you've got to pay for that as well. And there's so much. And then if that's before you've even looked at music videos, and it's mind-blowing the amount that does go into a song. And then when you see artists on Facebook beforehand and they talk about these pre-nerve jitters of a song that's about to be released, that kind of it's really nerve-wracking. And when you know about what effort goes into it and the amount of money that goes into it, you can see why, because it's something that you're investing a lot of time and money into. And like you say, you need to spend the money to make the money.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's why I was also really nervous about releasing the EP. Because of the amount of money that did go into it, and obviously I had people telling me that the EP wasn't good enough. I was just really nervous to release it and see what everyone else thought, because they could have hated it the same as industry people. But thankfully everyone loved it, and yeah, I was glad that I released it. Yeah.
I just hope it's the minority that have said it's not good enough, because honestly, the majority of people that I've even spoken to here alone have screamed out about it, and seeing your own tartan flying off the shelves as well, in the merchandise stall is incredible. Now tell us how, for those who haven't realised yet, Robyn Red has now got her own family tartan, your own clan. Yeah. It's incredible. Can you talk us through the process of choosing, because it's 4 colours you mentioned on the stage?
Yeah, 4 colours.
How do you go about doing that? Is there a special website that you go to, or do you go to an actual fabric place that make it?
I went to a kilt maker's.
Yeah.
And they offered the service to make your own tartan.
Yeah.
And I went in and I picked out the 3 colours. So the 4 colours. So my 3 brand colours are red, white and black.
Yeah.
And then there's a little stripe of lilac in it, and That's For My Gran. Her favourite colour was lilac. So we picked those 3 colours, and then we left it, and I got all these different variations of the tartan, and all of them were really, really nice.
Yeah.
And it was hard to choose. But yeah, eventually chose the tartan, and then I'd sent it to get woven.
Yeah.
And that took ages. It took a very, very long time, but it was worth the wait.
Yeah. It totally is. And the fact that you've embraced it with your album artwork, your merchandise with the kind of like cross of the the tartan, it just looks so smart. And
Thank you.
for everybody, the EP From Caledonia with Love as well, such an incredible EP. Now
Thank you.
I look forward to doing a full podcast, going through the EP as well, from song to song to song. But obviously I don't want to keep you too long, so can you pick out for me one song from the EP that you've found, number one, difficult writing, and then another song that you've really enjoyed writing where you've just thought, this is an amazing song?
The one that I found the most difficult to write, they're actually the 2 co-writes, my favourite and the difficult one.
Yeah.
The difficult one was My World Is Yours. So I wrote it with Rory James, and we had no clue what we were going to write about. So we were strumming around these 4 chords for about an hour, and then eventually there was a vinyl sitting behind me called My World Is Yours.
Yeah.
And I said, let's put it onto the page, let's see if we can write round about it. And although we took our time on trying to, get a starting point, once we did get the starting point, it was kind of flowing.
Yeah.
So that was good, but that was the hardest one.
Ooh.
And what was the other one? My favourite?
Your favourite one to write?
My favourite
really
one.
enjoyed?
My favourite one to write was with Karen Waldrop, and it's Caledonia Is Looking Good on You.
Yeah.
So yeah, she just was like, what are you missing from your set? And I was like, I'm missing one that I can bounce onto the stage to. So we decided to write it about how the audience makes me feel whenever I go on stage, and I decided to relate that back to how Scotland also makes me feel.
Yeah, and the way that the crowd engaged last night, 'cause you had them singing back with you, it was impeccable. It really was. And
Thank you.
I just want to say well done for a fabulous weekend.
Thank
Where
you.
can we find you in terms of gigs and performances in the upcoming future for the rest of 2025?
For the next one is in Glasgow at King Tut's on June 7th for the EP launch. And then I've got a whole load of festivals over the summer, some that I can't announce, and I've got a very special gig announcement for like the end of the year.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Where can people follow you on social media so they can find out all these announcements, because they need to be following you?
Yeah, you can find me on everything. So Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X, at Robyn Red Official.
Amazing. Well,
Yes.
thank you so much, Robyn. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
a great weekend of music and just being yourself. And I also want to give a massive shout out to Wendy, your
My
mum,
mum. Yeah.
because she is a rock. She is an immovable object that will plow down anybody in your path, because she
Yeah.
will look after you to the high hills. It's amazing what she does for you.
She is an amazing woman.
Literally your number one fan.
Yes.
And you can see that with genuine inner heart as well. So I just want to give you mum a massive shout out as well.
Thank you.
But yes, thank you so much. Thank you everybody for tuning in. This has been Robyn Red. I've been Dom from Country Chat with Dom here at Buckle and Boots 2025.